Eagles Entertainment.
Welcome, Eagles everywhere, to the Eagles Insider Podcast, presented by Lincoln Financial Group. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro, and the Eagles, well, we're in the final week of this modified offseason program. On Friday, the team will have its last practice at the NovaCare Complex or Lincoln Financial Field. It really kind of depends on what head coach Nick Sirianni wants. Maybe a taste of what it will be like on game days this fall in South Philadelphia. We'll see about that. But anyway, it ends on Friday, and then the long break. Training camp starts July 27th. Wow, we got a long break. So what do we really know about the Philadelphia Eagles? Well, we know that the defense has been infused with some veteran energy. Ryan Kerrigan, Anthony Harris, along with Eric Wilson at the linebacker position, Andrew Adams as well at the safety spot. We know that Brandon Brooks says he's ready to go. He's cleared. He's on the field. He and Lane Johnson looking good at that right tackle, right guard position, that right side of the offensive line. So promising for the Eagles. We know that the cornerback position is one of questions. That's kind of what we're going to get into today. That is where we are. We're going to talk about the Eagles secondary. And we've got three Eagles players on the docket to discuss the aforementioned Anthony Harris, who's over from the Minnesota Vikings and is helping teach this Jonathan Gannon defense to the rest of his mates on that side of the football. We'll also hear from Avante Maddox. Big question, who's the second starting cornerback? Where does Maddox, who is all bulked up, where does he fit in? Is he in the slot this year? Is he a nickel cornerback? Is he an outside cornerback? Does Zach McPherson, an Eagles draft pick, does he make an impact as a rookie? Are the Eagles still shopping for cornerbacks? It certainly seems to be perhaps the most unsettled position on this roster. We're going to start today with a conversation with Darius Big Play Slay. The Eagles acquired him last year in a trade with the Detroit Lions, and Slay was given the responsibility week in and week out, and often without any help, of slowing the opposition's number one wide receiver. It was a tough year for Slay. It was a tough year for the defense. Not a great pass rush. And opposing quarterbacks had some time to throw and had some success against the Eagles. Slay comes in with a new number, a new attitude, full of confidence, with one thing in mind: get to the postseason. A good conversation right here with Darius Big Play Slay. One of the difficult positions to play in the NFL, maybe the most difficult position to play in the NFL, is the cornerback position. Joining me, Darius Big Play Slay. Do you agree with that, Slay?
Of course I do.
Tell me why. Why? I mean, look, everything's set up for big plays, big points.
Right.
Why do you relish the thrill of one-on-one coverage?
It's a challenge, man, each and every day. And I love going against the best. And got a lot of guys at the receiver position are becoming like extremely athletic, extremely fast, and extremely competitive. And it's a lot of fun, man. Guessing routes, playing the game, outsmarting them, playing one-on-one. It's like boxing. But, we're not really, like, physically hitting each other in the face. I
really enjoy watching your interactions with the media. I enjoy watching you on the field. You have a lot of fun, but you also have a lot of respect for the game. Mm-hmm. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah, of course. I got a lot of respect, man. This game is hard to come by, I'm assuming it's probably like a 1 percentage that a guy can make it, And to be here at the highest level, man, and for myself to be one of a top guy in this league, man, I know myself. I put a lot of work in, so I gotta respect it, And this game is tough.
Slay, how do you get better from one year to the next? Is it just like refining the technique? Is it being better at watching film? I mean, you've already been to the top of the league, right? You're one of the best in the league. How do you take it to even another level?
Man, you gotta just keep studying, man. One thing I know about this game is it's gonna always evolve. And being around great guys like Rasheem Mathis, Glover Quinn, guys that kind of like took me under their wings, they always told me, man, just always write the same notes down. Don't matter how many times you don't wrote it, because it's just like it's just brand new. So I just try to keep notes, even though if I already remember it from 10 years ago. I still take the same notes all the time.
So when you're watching film, are you suggesting that you actually enjoy watching film?
Oh yeah, I enjoy it definitely. That's the way you're gonna get better. That's how you beat the game. At an early age, guys were telling me I was using my athletics just to win matchups. The next thing you know, I took it to the next level. And that's when I made my first Pro Bowl, started watching more film, started stealing routes. And I just been doing it ever since. And my film work has been amazing. And I'm going to continue to keep doing that. I've got to dive in a lot more this year and get better. With these young group of cornerbacks, is that one of the messages that you're telling them over and over and over? Get into your book? Yeah, got to. Because if you know the playbook and you know where you help at, and you know a lot of guys' other assignments, that will help you play better and play faster. Like if you playing a guy that's just outside shade and you want to, but you know a guy that's dropping down to you, you can lose your leverage and his body presence to help you stay outside, and you can just eliminate some routes that way. So, but that's the only way you'll know that is if you just studying the playbook and knowing what other people's jobs are. How much do you, Slay, just have this incredible hunger to win big as a football team? Big, man. Like I said, I've been in Detroit long. We had some winning seasons, and I love that taste of it. And that's why I came here because, obviously Philadelphia does that a lot. Of course, we didn't do it last year, but this year we got to make a difference. And I want to feel that. Guys being to the Super Bowl, won one. I need to feel all that. And that's my goal, man. That's why I'm here, and I'm here to just do whatever I need to do to help that, succeed at. We're going to have a full crowd, full stadium at Lincoln Financial Field. I'm looking forward to watching you and the fans interact. What can I expect to see from you? A lot of big plays, man. I'm going to be I'm very active with the fans. So if you don't know me by now, I'm very active with the fans. So we go have it lit, and I heard, and I've been on the other side of playing in Lincoln Field, getting booed and making plays here, But I'm glad to be on the other side of them cheering for me, too. So I'm looking forward to, man, when a couple picks, maybe a couple pick sixes, if the Lord bless me very well. We're going to be lit, and I'm ready to get lit with them. I know that you want this to be a takeaway machine kind of defense. How can that happen? What do you see with this group? I know it's very, very early, but how can it become a takeaway machine? Well, we got to start in practice right now, and a lot of guys got to get on jump machines. Got to make sure we can catch the ball, secure the ball. Practicing returning the ball certain ways, catching on this hash, catching on that hash, however we got to do it. And we got to just practice in practice. Turnover machines, you got to do it in practice. Yeah, so it starts there, and whenever it gets done there, it'll move on to the game. Jersey number 2. So in the Darius Slay man cave, that you're going to have one day all these jerseys that you have, the significance of number 2, and how do you think it looks on you, man, for 2021? Actually, number 2 looks very, very sexy on me right now. It's just a T-shirt, and I'm looking very good in it when I be doing my drills. And I can't imagine when I put the pads on and the jersey over the pads, and I'm walking out and Link. Come on, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I can feel the energy already. I'm telling you. Are you superstitious? Is that why? I know it's a significant number for you, but why? Can you kind of go into detail why you changed the number? It was my first college number, so. I've been wanting to stay in 2 for the longest. I wanted to do it at Mississippi State, but guys already had it, and I was a guy just coming in from out of JUCO, so I couldn't get it. But man, I've been waiting to get number 2 back on my back. So jersey numbers actually mean something to some guys. Yeah, it brings just a different swagger. 23 was one of my favorite numbers. Because I love Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden carried it with a lot of swag, and I just looked at it like, dang. 23 swagger. That's why Joe Hayden just went back to 23, because he just understands the swag it brings to him and the character it brings out of him. And that's why I had it too, though, because it brought a lot out of me. And number 2, I had a lot of swag in it in college, so I'm going to bring a lot more swag to it. See, I know you have everybody call you Big Play Slay or Slay, but I kind of like Swaggy Slay too. Nah, I don't like Swaggy Slay. No, I'm not Swaggy Slay. Not Swaggy Slay. Okay. Big Play cool, though. Big play's cool? All right, cool. We're looking forward to a lot of big plays. Darius Slay, thank you so much for joining me, and we can't wait to see you on the field, training camp, NovaCare Complex, end of July. Thank you so much. Yep, see you soon. Now at the other cornerback position, it seems like it's up for grabs. It seems like the leading candidate at this point would be Avante Maddox. Now in his 4th season with the Eagles, he's played all over. He's played some safety, inside, outside at cornerback. He's had some trouble staying healthy. That's a big, big goal for him this year, is to stay on the field for all 17 games. Avante Maddox suddenly in his 4th year in the league, and that is a bit of an eye-opener. Avante Maddox one-on-one right here. In his 4th year with the Philadelphia Eagles, cornerback Avante Maddox joins me, and it was weird, Avante, saying that. It's 4 years already.
How does it feel to you? You feel like the grizzled veteran?
I'm getting old. I'm getting a little bit old. No, I'm playing. I mean, it's moving fast. It's almost like a snap of a finger. It's almost been half of this year already. So like it's moving fast in every possible way in my life, and I wish I could slow it down, but I can't.
Okay, name 3 lessons that you've learned from day 1 in the NFL to right now.
3 lessons. Okay. Being consistent. You got to be tough, and that's mentally tough and physically tough. And teamwork, whatever you want to call it, teamwork, friendship, like any type of way you want to call it, teamwork. I feel like it's teamwork. I learned a lot with that. You got to have a brotherhood being in here, and you got to stick together as a family.
Yeah, I mean, last year was the first time you did not play in the postseason. This was a tough year. So, I'm not sure fans understand what it's like when you go from a team that's getting to the playoffs and a team that struggled like it did last year. What was the experience like for you?
It sucks. You want to make it to the post. Like the playoffs is exciting. The game gets faster, it steps up more, and you in the run of competing for that Super Bowl. So. Not going in there this year was a little painful. You got a little bit more time off, but then you just sitting at home watching the teams in the playoffs, and you like, man, what? I need to be out there. So, I was blessed to make the playoffs for a couple of years, 3 years, and 2 years, and I missed out last year, but this year we got to get there.
It's time to get back.
It's time to get there.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, so new coaching staff, and I really believe that position coaches have such a great importance on the success of the players. So, Denard Wilson, what kind of messages does he give to you each day?
He gives a lot of energy. He preaches on my eyes. I mean, he said he's been watching me, and it has been my eyes, and I see it in little techniques there and here and there. But he's been working with me a lot, and he pushing me hard. It's not nothing light. I go out there, and if I mess up, he's on my ass. But excuse my language. But other than that, he'll tell you when you do good. So I like that from someone holding me accountable, and he gonna tell you, he gonna make me the best player there could be, DB there is. And it's all about trust. So whatever he said, I'm listening, and I'm working hard this year, and I'm trying. Like I said, make our way to the playoffs and get us a Super Bowl.
You talk about eyes. For the fans, break it down. Does that mean you're kind of cheat with your eyes? You're peeking into the backfield to look at the quarterback? I mean, what kind of stuff are you doing?
So eyes. So, if it's man-to-man, where your eyes should be on that man. If it's zone, where your eyes should be on that quarterback. And eyes getting to landmarks, eyes driving out of your brakes. You want to drive 2 steps to the receiver with your eyes on him before you look back, instead of just driving with your eyes back and things like that. So it's a lot. Don't be caught looking in the backfield. It's a lot with the eyes, and that'll make you a way better player when you have good eyes. At the top of the route, seeing their hips drop, seeing everything you can see, and just trusting it. So.
Jonathan Gannon spoke to the media recently and talked about his philosophy, and it kind of comes down to hits. Hustle, intensity, takeaways, and playing smart football. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. When we step out on that field, all of those things are applying right then and there. And, you want to be good at smart football player, definitely. I feel like that would be number one. Work smarter, not harder. So, if you're a smart guy out there and you know what's going to happen, you can anticipate what's going to happen, you have good eyes, you trust yourself, whoever around you, your teammates, you'll make a great defense out of that, and, that'll take you a long way.
Can you teach takeaways? Is it a mentality? I mean, how do the Eagles get more takeaways?
That's a mentality. I mean, you got to go out there and want the ball. So whoever got that ball in their hand, after you wrap them up, you want to be stripping, punching, ripping, tipping the ball, and you just got to run to the ball. I feel like when it comes to takeaways, you got to have people running to the ball, because that's the really biggest way you can get takeaways. Coming from strip sacks, you got guys running to the ball, can pick it up. Coming from tip balls across the middle, you got guys running, and they can pick it, intercept it. So I feel like hustling and getting to the ball, getting 3 to 4 or 5 guys around the pile every single time, or 3 or 4 or 5 guys running to the ball every time, and that'll create takeaways for you. Avante,
what has been kind of your focus? I mean, this is a different off-season, different program out on the field. So how do you compensate for that? How do you make yourself a better football player with fewer reps in the spring?
I feel like the film is a big part. Definitely coming into a new scheme. You want to, of course, the weight room, and you got your agility and all your things running and conditioning yourself. But I feel like I spend a lot of time looking at the film, and the more I watch it, I try to watch guys like Kenny Moore and guys like that have been in this defense and really successful in it. And I just want to watch them guys a lot more, so I can get an understanding on what is he thinking, what is he doing here, or what is he seeing here. And of course, I ask JG, like, how do you see this, and how do you look at this, and Denard and them guys, and they tell me, and I try to take as much in as I can, because I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and I feel like that's the best way to get ahead of the game.
Last one for you, Avante, off the field. Are you and Dallas still living together?
Yeah, actually, we are. We got one more year, and we apart our separate ways.
Wow! You guys are parting your separate ways. What's going on? You guys are breaking up. What's happening?
Nah, we ain't breaking up. But no, we got one more year on this lease in the house. So after that, wherever he want to move into, Dallas is the big time guy. I can't wait to see him. So Dallas, we'll still be probably close to each other, but other than that.
What has it been like living with a teammate who has become, I guess, maybe your best friend?
Yeah, definitely best friend. He's cool, man. He's chill, like a little junkie, but he good. I understand.
Yeah.
But no, man.
Are you still cleaning up for him?
Yeah, probably a little bit, but no, he's been doing good. But no, Dallas, bro, he's responsible. He's loyal, and he's everything you want in someone that that you respect and you will call as your brother. So I treat him as a brother, as a friend, as a best friend, as family, and I look at him as family. And it'll always be that way, no matter if we split ways. And I feel the same. He probably feels the same about me. But I got his back no matter what, and that's my dog. So always good.
That's beautiful. I love to hear that. Avante Maddox, let's get back to the playoffs this year. Good luck in season number 4, and can't wait to see you on the field in training camp.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Avante, take care. And then what about the safety position? Eagles encouraged that Rodney McLeod says he'll be ready to go for the season. He had that torn ACL in December, suffered it in the win over the New Orleans Saints. He is rehabbing the injury. He's confident he'll be on the field for every game this year. We'll see when the pads go on at training camp if Rodney McLeod is on the field. We do know that Anthony Harris, one of the big play safeties in the league, is somebody the Eagles signed in free agency, a 1-year deal. And he is looking at this position, a leadership role, a production role. The idea is to take the football away in this defense. And that's what Anthony Harris did so very well in 2019. 7 interceptions. Last year, the Vikings defense, a bit of a collapse, and Harris had 0 interceptions. So which Harris will the Eagles get in 2021? Well, with Gannon's take the football away mentality, hey, that suits Anthony Harris just fine. Safety Anthony Harris is one of the new Philadelphia Eagles. He joins me now. Anthony, what is it like being an Eagle? Give me the experience that you've had so far.
It's been very exciting. All in the facility, the energy's there. The culture's great. Just out there on the field today, we're doing drills, and you hear someone behind you, yelling out the Eagles chant, and I look over, and it's a guy on top of a truck recording a video, showing his support as a fan. So just, being out in the community, seeing a ton of apparel, seeing the city being light up green in honor of George Floyd as well, just kind of reminder of everybody in the city is embracing not only the Philadelphia Eagles, but different things going on in the world and in the community. It's exciting to be a part of that.
Everybody talks about the energy in the building. Is it really that obvious to you?
Yeah, it is there. I think, from down to the coaching staff, to the weight room staff, to the players, to just everybody you cross in the building, it's just a ton of energy. Everybody's excited. I'm not sure what it is, but, it just seems like, the passion and love to be here and show up every day. So to come in a building like that and everybody's revved up, ready to go and motivating each other to get better each day is just a great environment.
And that actually means something to you? That actually has impact for you?
Yeah, I think, you when you're out there and and you're competing and you have a goal in mind, to be able to, motivate yourself, but also have that extra, person right there to continue to push you, continue to compete with you and drive you every day and hold you accountable. I think that's where, you can kind of make up some distance in terms of trying to reach a goal, staying focused each day. And I think, the season's a bit away in terms of a number of weeks before we get to training camp, but each day it's a focus on making that day count and not just coming in the building just to say we're here.
Are you seeing the things in the defense that are familiar to you? I mean, everybody talks about you helping everyone else learn the defense. Has it been familiar for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, once you play football for a number of years, terminology and things may be a little bit different. But there are things you pick up on, whether it's schemes that you ran at another team, whether it's things you see on film, different technique, or just meeting up with guys in the offense and just in the offseason and just talking football, talking different techniques. I think the more you do that, the more you're familiar with it and the more you're kind of able to help other people understand it, maybe from a different perspective.
Jonathan Gannon is big on the hits, hustle, intensity, takeaways, smart. The T is the part that you love. I know you love taking the football away. And so do you see the opportunity that bringing Ryan Kerrigan, pressure up front, that's got to help you on the backside, right?
Yeah, I think, it's definitely a team game. Good pass coverage is complemented by good pass rush, and vice versa. I think, the turning over is a big piece. But I think if you look at those in principles, those are the things that set you up to get those turnovers, just hustling to the ball. Sometimes it's just taking those extra steps with a hard intensity will get you there for a tip pass or overthrow. And then just, knowing what's the right situation, whether it's catching the ball underhand, catching the ball overhand, whether it's punching the ball from underneath to create a fumble or over the top. I think that those are all things that, you discuss week to week and before you hit the field and you go out and try to execute it with high intensity.
Do you feel like you're a leader on this defense?
Yeah, I think that, coming into this building and just being on the field is really just about pushing each other. And I think we have a number of players that do that. I think there's a number of players at each level that hold each other accountable. So to say that one person is a leader or myself a particular leader, I'd go as far as just saying right now, everybody's just holding each other accountable. And the more people that you can get on a team or having a huddle that's holding each other accountable and talking about the right things, those are leaders. But the more leaders you have, the more you can just hold each other accountable and try to reach the goal that you want to reach.
It's interesting going into a locker room as a new guy. Maybe it takes a while to get comfortable. Have you found that to be the case, or have you found that it's been very inviting and you feel like you just stepped into the right spot?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. I mean, just coming in and just trying to be yourself and then just going from there. So for me, each day has just been coming in here, learning the culture, learning the expectations, what the team wants, what the coaches want, and then just going as hard as I can, pushing myself, whether that's in the weight room and on the field, and just trying to set a good example by learning and listening to what I'm being coached up to do.
What will you do between now and the end of the offseason when training camp begins? What will your focus be?
My focus will be just taking the drills, taking the things that I've learned in the weeks here, and just implementing that into my workout. Trying to stay as close as possible to what we're being asked to do and how we're being asked to do it, and then working on the small things that I want to improve on and getting ready for the training camp.
As a veteran, last one for you. As a veteran, how critical are those weeks to get you ready for the regular season?
Yeah, they're critical. Taking advantage of that time where you can really focus on what you really want to improve on within the lines of what you're going to be asked to do and what you need to do on a daily basis on the football field. So whether that's focusing on getting stronger, getting faster, improving mobility, improving footwork, it's just picking out those things that if you can improve, what can elevate your game, what can make you get just a little bit better, working on that each day and getting a little bit better closer to training camp.
You're looking good in that Fly Eagles Fly hoodie. I think you're expressing with that outfit there, that top, that's what everybody is feeling in Philadelphia. It's time to fly, Eagles, fly. Love it. Anthony, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Take care. That will do it for this episode of the Eagles Insider Podcast presented by Lincoln Financial Group. Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro with you. Thanking Peter Kelly, Trevor Hayes, Ray Doyle for their work. Thanking all of you for joining us each and every episode. If you have a moment to drop us just a teensy-weensy review, there's a link in the details section of your podcast library. And check out my Instagram page, The Eagles Insider. I put up a lot of clips of the team on the field, the portions of the practices that the media are allowed to attend. I think you'll enjoy The Eagles Insider on Instagram. Hey everyone, have yourselves a great Eagles day. And as always, fly Eagles fly.
E-A-T-L-E-S, Eagles!
Welcome to Season 2 of the Return Game Podcast, Birds, Boys, and Bad Blood. Presented by NovaCare Rehabilitation and hosted by me, Rob Ellis, and Derek Gunn. When it comes to the birds and the boys, you think you know the whole story, but there's more, so much more, and we're about to uncover it all.
It didn't take long to figure out that Philadelphia Eagles fans hated the Dallas Cowboys.
Return Game, an Eagles Entertainment original. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts.